So in this video, we're going to move on slightly with differentiation, and we're going to learn how to differentiate trigonometric functions. So specifically sin x and cos x. Now we will just look at differentiating a sin x and a cos x just now, where there's a constant multiplying sin and cos, and we'll come back to other examples later on in the course. So this is quite simply an introduction to differentiating trigonometric functions. So if f of x is equal to sin x, then f dashed of x is equal to cos x. So you can see the graphs here. In red we've got sin x, the graph of sin x lying between 0 and 360 degrees, and the derivative in orange we have, it's the graph of cos x, which lies between 0 and 360. Now we'll explain later on when we do the graphs of derived functions as to why this is the case, why sin differentiates to give you cos. If you just memorise this for just now, learn this and have it in your head. Now, if we start with f of x being equal to cos x, then the derivative is actually negative sin x. So again, just looking at those graphs, we've got cos x in red here, that's f of x, and you can see in orange there we've got the derivative negative sin x. So it's a good idea just to have these in your head, so that when you're asked to differentiate expressions involving these trigonometric functions, it's easier for you. But you also get these in the formula sheet in the higher exam as well, so that's handy. So example 1 then, we want to differentiate y equals 3 sin x with respect to x. So we know that sin x differentiates to give us cos x, so that must mean that y equals 3 sin x, the derivative dy by dx is 3 cos x. And that's our final answer. Now this probably seems quite short in comparison to some of the other more complicated algebraic expressions that we've been differentiating, and you're probably right at this stage. This is a bit shorter at the moment. So example 2, a function f is defined by f of x equals sin x minus 2 cos x for x in the real numbers. Find f dashed of x. So the first term here, we know that sin x differentiates to give us cos x, and we know that cos x differentiates to give us negative sin x. So in the first instance, f dashed of x is equal to cos x minus 2 multiplied by negative sin x. Now, obviously here we can simplify this expression. This negative 2 multiplied by negative sin x will give us positive 2 sin x. So f dashed of x is equal to cos x plus 2 sin x. And that is our final answer. So pause the video before the screen goes blank and take these examples down in your notes.